How's it going, everybody? This is Novakast back with another video for you guys, and we'll be starting another watch anime series or review series. And with this one, it is High School Girl. This was recommended by MJ. Thank you, MJ. And it was released in Netflix around 2019. It was originally released at 2018, and it is, I guess, the basic premise of it is that it's a funny, romantic misadventure of a couple of kids passionate about arcade games in 1991 Japan. So, let's talk about episode 1. And it's actually a really interesting experience. We have the main character, who is Haru Yugochi. Hopefully I said that. I think that's the main character's name. Who is very obsessive with arcade games. Kind of treats it as a sort of like escape, which, I mean, when it comes to video games, that's basically what it is, like an escape. And he's basically kind of killing it with Street Fighter, playing Guile, till he is being overpowered by another player, Akira Ono, who is using Zangief. And it's actually really interesting. Now, one thing I'm going to say right off the bat, especially with this first episode, and it got me thinking, for some reason it got me thinking of JoJo, where in certain situations where something's going on, they I think we have a narrator that talks about, what's going on, what's happening. And periodically we had that happen a couple of times in this episode, where, like, for instance, when the main character, Haru, is using Guile, he's using a particular move called turtling. And in that moment, we have the narrator basically describing what exactly happens. Now, the other thing is, I think, if anything, for those who are fans of anime, who are fans of classic arcades or arcade cabinets and games, this will be your kind of anime. Because, like, right off the bat, there is a lot of references to arcades. And I think, if anything, it's going to have a lot of stuff that will basically be nostalgic for the most part. Or at least, not for the most part, for, like, generally. So, anyways, after that whole situation, and also, and to an extent, kind of playing dirty with, using Guile and turtling, he's able to beat Akira Ono, I guess, and her streak, which I think was like almost 30 consecutive wins. And this ends up pissing off the girl and proceed to knock him senseless, which I thought was kind of funny. And we talk about, and they show, like, basically how he is in school, our main character, who doesn't do very well in school, but compared to Akira, who is basically a progeny, he kind of wonders why this girl is basically going to places like an arcade, especially with her kind of having like a really rich background. So periodically we have other they showcase other games, like, for instance, the main character playing, I think it was Splatterhouse. Pretty sure it was Splatterhouse. No, I was right. It was Splatterhouse. As well as Final Fight. And we had a couple instances or actually a couple situations with those particular games, which I thought was kind of funny, where we're with Splatterhouse, after, I guess, Akira watching our main character play the game, she kind of chases him, or follows him home, and he finds it creepy and then ends up running away. And after that, I guess, to kind of hide from the rain, they have to kind of take shelter at this old lady's house, or old lady's store, who is basically trying to force them to pay for something or buy something so they can, get shelter. And the way that they were able to kind of, get enough time to, kind of stay out of the rain is play a particular game. And the two games they had were Final Fight and I think it was Ghosts and Goblins. They chose Final Fight because with the game with Ghosts and Goblins, it doesn't take very long to die. So, and in between that, we also have, I guess, a co-op between Haru and our character, or the female lead, Akira Ono. And he finds out right away, or at least as they're playing, that this girl doesn't just go for, a win. She goes for the high score, which is interesting. After they play the game and get a good score on the game, they end up finding out that the rain subsided, and the episode kind of ends there, or at least after Haru kind of gets knocked on his ass by being hit by a car. So, all in all, it's an interesting... so far, I'm intrigued about this anime, and I kind of want to continue it. Now, I want to talk about the animation real quick, because it might just be me, but it seems CG to a certain degree. Kind of like Beastars to a certain degree. I'm not sure if I'm a particular fan of it, but we'll see as time progresses. Because honestly, if I may, it's just my little nitpick, but there are times with animation where they try to mix 2D and 3D, and it looks off to me. Some people might like it. Myself, I'm not a particular fan, but to an extent, I'm gonna give it a shot, because all in all, I'm kind of intrigued by this story so far. So with that, I'm gonna continue since it's based on a video game. But all in all, I am gonna continue this series and continue doing reviews, because it's interesting. It's an interesting anime. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next video.